scarcity of petrol being experienced in many parts of the country. The scarcity of the product has led to queues in filling stations, frustration, and loss of man-hours for the country. Just on Thursday last week, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki had told newsmen that the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Bekachikwu, had assured that the situation would end in 48 hours.
You know there's been challenges in the fuel supply system in the country, and the Minister for Petroleum Resources assured Council that within the next 48 hours, fuel supply will be restored nationwide.
However, 1 week after, Nigerians are still being faced with the scarcity of petrol. In Osogbo, the Osun State capital, Rave FM News observed that many petrol stations were shut, with the managers of these stations claiming that the product was unavailable. The few opened ones were beset by long queues, and it was gathered that some had hiked their prices, a situation Mr. Dele Olaguki and Mrs. Titilayo Ojo described as unfair.
We've all been here abandoning our own daily source of living. People from offices, from their shops, and so on, you cannot attend to your own source of living just because you want to get fuel. It can be frustrating, you know. It's not good at all. The government has to do something to help the populace much more.
It seems to be Christmas/New Year. That is the period that we usually have this problem. So they should think about what to do so that this issue will not continue like that. Us.
Mr. Folani Akintayo, who is a youth, lamented the recurrence of the fuel scarcity in the country, while Pastor Samuel Adegbe was critical of petrol dealers in the country, urging them to consider the masses.
Honestly, I don't think it's something that's going to stop, because the government keeps saying they are making measures of curtailing it and so on and so forth, but it keeps happening all the time. So I'm not sure we're going to get out of this anytime soon. I've been here for the past 2 hours now.
I can say maybe the problem may not be from the Buhari, it may be from the dealers. Maybe they want to use this chance to get money. I can't blame federal government. But what of the dealers? What of the Minister for Petroleum?
According to experts, a scarcity in petroleum will result in traffic congestion, inflation, some health hazards, and a reduction in manufacturing and production, amongst others, thereby putting more pressure on Nigerians. Citizens will hope that in no time the situation will abate, giving them a breath of fresh air. Olalekun Akindoju, Rave FM News.
Away from Nigeria, the United Nations General Assembly has decisively supported a resolution effectively calling on the United States to withdraw its recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The resolution says that any decisions regarding the status of the city are null and void and must be cancelled. The non-binding resolution was approved by 128 states, including Nigeria, with 35 abstaining and 9 others voting against. It came after United States President Donald Trump threatened to cut financial aid to those who backed the resolution. In a speech before the vote, U.S. Permanent Representative Nikki Haley also reiterated the threat, stressing that the United States decision did not prejudge any final status issues. But Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu, whose country has led Muslim opposition to Washington's stance on Jerusalem, described the United States as bullying. Following the vote, State Department spokeswoman Heather Nauert said the United States was exploring various options and no decisions had yet been made. The status of Jerusalem goes to the heart of Israel's conflict with the Palestinians. Catalonia's separatists look set to regain power in the region after local elections that deepened the nation's political crisis and a sharp rebuild to Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy and European Union leaders who backed him. Catalonia's ousted separatist leader Carles Puigdemont declared that the Spanish state has been defeated in the regional elections. Speaking in Brussels, where he's in self-imposed exile, Mr. Puigdemont hailed the result as a victory for the Catalan Republic. Separatist parties will hold a reduced majority in the new assembly. However, the Citizens Party, which wants Catalonia to remain a semi-autonomous part of Spain, is the biggest party. As a result, it is unclear who will be given the right to form a government. The Spanish government imposed direct rule on Catalonia and called the election after declaring an October independence referendum illegal. moving to Peru, where the Congress has voted not to impeach President Pedro Kuczynski over alleged corruption. There were cheers and applause in the chamber as the supporters celebrated the news. Mr. Kuczynski's opponents wanted to impeach him for allegedly receiving illegal payments from Brazilian construction giant Odebrecht. The president appeared in person in Congress during the 10 hours of debate to deny the allegations and accused the opposition of trying to stage a coup. The motion to impeach required at least 87 votes to pass, but received only 79, with 19 against and 21 abstentions, while 10 other lawmakers failed to attend the session.
And now for business news.
The federal government has earmarked 20 billion naira for exploration activities in the solid minerals sector in 2018. The Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Kade Fahmy, who disclosed this in Abuja, stated that the sector made a leap in its contribution to the Federation account from 2 billion naira in 2016 to 3.5 billion naira between January and November 2017. They said the federal government planned to build its gold reserve from 2018 by purchasing gold from local miners in Osun and Kebbi states. The minister also stated that by December 2018, 2 processing plants would begin processing of bitumen in the country.
Towards achieving best practice in mineral sector governance, we conceived the need for a centralized geographic information system web portal with supporting ICT infrastructure and the automation of the ministry's services, all backed up by requisite policy framework and human capital development for sustainability. I can almost tell you with absolute certainty that 2018 is going to be the year of revival of those 2 companies.
Dr. Fahmy said plans were underway to assemble a $600 million investment fund for the mining sector, working with the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and others. The executive chairman of Google owner Alphabet, Eric Schmidt, is to step down in January. The company announced that Mr. Schmidt, who has been with the tech giant since 2001, will remain on the board as a technical advisor on science and technology issues. He has played a key role in the development of Google from a small California startup to the global business it is today. Alphabet has more than 70,000 employees worldwide and owns Google Search, Maps, Arts, Gmail, Android, Chrome, and YouTube.
This is Sportline.
Ombe Super Eagles coach Salisu Yusuf says that he and his team will continue training during the Christmas season towards achieving their aim of winning the first CHAN title for Nigeria in January. The coach insists that the team will train out through the festive period, but will only rest on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day before traveling to Morocco to continue preparation ahead of the CHAN 2018. Yusuf also disclosed to newsmen that he will pick his final list of 23 players from the 30 presently in camp. He reiterated that the Ombe Super Eagles have what it takes to win CHAN 2018, which kicks off in Morocco on January 12, 2018. In England, Arsene Wenger has urged his players to right the wrongs of previous defeats against Liverpool, as Arsenal looked to avenge the 4-0 thrashing at Anfield in August. Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Daniel Sturridge were all on the score sheet when the sides met earlier in the season. Wenger says the defeat still hurts and wants his team to turn the tables when Liverpool visit Emirates Stadium later today.
Yeah, of course, because at the moment everybody takes points from the other teams, and you're right, these games become absolutely more important. I don't worry about the motivation, you know, the motivation is there, this squad has a good mentality, and it's about us to just make sure we are on top of our game and that we play with pace and with a determined attitude.
The Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said his players will go to the Emirates to perform and get as much as they can.
They are a complete football team. They are able to do everything. They can switch and change styles. But they played a lot of long balls with Giroud, but he cannot play, and that will change a few things maybe. But they are able to create. They are able to play football. They have a strong side. Whoever will play So that means a lot of good footballers on the pitch, and that means we have to defend them in the best way we can.
Club's team have scored an unsurpassed 24 away goals in the division this season, level with Manchester City.
Now entertainment news.
You don't wanna answer me, yeah, baby, I've been calling.
Nigerian producer and singer Malik Berry has announced the track list and release date for his forthcoming extended play, First Days of Summer. Malik Berry, who made it public on Instagram, will be dropping the project on the 11th of January 2017. The EP on the 11th of January 2018. The EP, which will contain singles Pon My Mind and Been Calling, has contributions from producer Dr. Frabs and guitars from Nsekak.
Give me one time, baby girl. Give me one time.
Malik Berry enjoyed a successful 2017, scoring back-to-back hits and selling out shows across the globe. The singer recently headlined its concert in Lagos to round off his last days of summer global tour.
You don't wanna answer me, baby, I've been calling. You don't wanna answer me, yeah, baby, I've been calling. You don't wanna answer me, all day I've been calling.
Before we end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. The Osun State Joint Public Service Negotiating Council today declared an indefinite strike, which is commenced on the 27th of December 2017. The United Nations General Assembly has decisively supported a resolution effectively calling on the United States to withdraw its recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. In Spain, Catalonia separatists look set to regain power in the region after local elections that deepened the nation's political crisis, and a sharp rebuke to Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy and the European Union leaders will back him. Peru's Congress has voted not to impeach President Pedro Kuczynski over alleged corruption. And just before we go, did you know in 2017 the top 8 providers have assessed financial contributions to the United Nations peacekeeping operations were the United States, China, Japan, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Russia and Italy? And that ends the world news on Rave 91.7 FM. News was edited by Olaliko Akindoju. You can visit our website on ravefmng.com to listen to us live and interact with us. To watch live happenings in our studio, log on to our page on youtube.com/Rave 917 FM Bushubu. My name is Gideon UdoEssien. Good afternoon.
And that was the world news on Rave 91.7 FM. For contact with the newsroom, please call or email 0703 175 9175. The speakers on your radio, we make them happen.
Yeah, that's right.
So when they shake, don't you worry, that's what we do. Rave 91.7 FM. We define your every moment. Sure you sabi wetin dey happen for town. I been a dance, you want dance to the correct gbedu with the tear speaker.
Baby, when you enter, I feel like a woman.
Wait, I been at the Amebo and talk, you want hear? Make I tell you, like this, you not get shaking because there no tension zone. All these ones they happen with MC Too Much and Sandra the Magnificent. Every Monday go reach Friday. When it don't reach 3 o'clock like this, just sit down, put for your radio. Make you come dey enjoy the jollification. No tension zone. Make you no forget to every Monday go reach Friday from 3 o'clock like this, go reach 5:30. Make them not tell you say time don't reach because them not they tell blind man say rain dey fall. When small touch he go run.
Imagine the sun without heat. Imagine water without wetness. Imagine the sky without the stars. Imagine movement without motion. Imagine Oshobo without Aro. Imagine Inyo without Eforiro. Imagine Ocean without Rave.
Wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All praise is due to Allah.